Video we're going to have a look at some GST problems. We have a few different questions you could have. You could have a car costs this much excluding GST, and you want to find out how much the GST is worth. Well, when you're doing one of these questions, you've got your 100% of the cost is your 5,500. That's without the GST, and you've got the GST over here, which is 15%, and you're just going to add that on. The first question is asking, what is that 15%? Alright, so to do 15% of something, this is 15%, just turned into a decimal. You could turn it into a decimal or a fraction, and take the value and times it, because 15% of that value. Just chuck it in your calculator and you get 825. Done, it's easy. Alright, what is the total cost for selling? Hang on, what is the total cost the car is selling for? So that means you're looking for the whole 115%. So you could have the 5,500 and you've got the 15% over here. I'm just going to add them together. You do that and you get 6,000. You can read it. There it is. You could be thinking it like that. That's one way to do it. I kind of like to do it like this. It's sort of one step. You've already calculated this, so you might as well just add it. But I would look at this and think, I've got 100% and 15%, so in total it's 115%. So I could do what I did here, 115% of that other value times of, and look at that, we get the same answer. Doesn't matter which way you go. This way just does one step, this does two steps. You can have a little go. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to try and figure these out. You might want to pause it because 3, 2, 1, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got 48. That answer is 368. It just to the bottom of the screen a little bit. There you go. Okay. Next slide. We've got GST problems. So you might get a question like this. This car is already including GST. What is the cost of the car before you've added on GST? Well, when I look at those questions, I think like this. No, I think like this. You get 100% of something, you got 15%, and we've got to take that 15% away. You can't tell, but I'm pointing at the 15%. All right. When you're doing that, it's quite easy to think, oh, I'll just take 15% of this, and that'll be the answer. But 15% is just of this part. You'll be taking, if you did 15% of this, GST is 15%. I should have mentioned that at the start. If I take 15% of this whole amount, I'm taking 15% of the 100% and that bit as well. So it's a little bit extra. So to do this, you got to sort of think like this. You're doing something times 115%. So it was 115%, and something times 115% gets you that. You think about that for a sec. Yep, thought about. Okay, so I want to find out what that something is. So we could just use a little bit of algebra, and that something is, we're just dividing both sides by 1.15, so 5,500 divided by 1.15. That gets you. It's going to get you an ugly decimal, which we're going to just round to there. You can read it because I'm struggling with reading numbers, but it's just there. You could have a little go yourself. There's other ways you could do this. Some other people talk about like dividing by 23 and times by 3 to find the GST, but no, I like thinking like this. And you get 10 seconds for this last question. 2, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you get that? Good. If you did, you didn't, let's try again. Get it the second time. All right. Happy studying. Good luck.